Can you say it just a once, J. Jones? To have a stick, a bat, and a ball. You take the needle, it's a stick. You inject it. What's inside the stick, you put into the stream and let the blood roll. Say no to vaccines. Wasn't that a common slogan years ago when it was say no to sex? When she said no, it means no. Is that Mother Nature coming back? Everything that they give to you, they will need to reuse it in the future. They can't say it at the same time because they would be literally contradicting themselves. So over periods of times, and of course, another new study has come into the house. Something new, a smarter kid, higher in the IQ than anybody else. Einstein. He was great. He set upon the public and he built a bomb. Wow. 215. B-N-O-M-B. B-N-O-M-B. B-N... Bomb. B. Barry, Barack Barry. Obama. He built the bomb. Einstein comes back in time. Spirit of 55, double nickel from once under to now over, buried 6 feet down, 2 feet up, says the for life, right? For life is in the O world, living where the nut of the earth is, in a sky that's always sunny, sunshine all the time. Have you ever see that sun visor that you open up and it brings the sun into it and you're sitting in the sun, you're taking the sun? Hey, I'm taking the sun. Well, that's what it's probably like underneath us. Like, can you imagine we got this big flat piece like that, like in Roman numerals, right? We have a 1 with a V. So imagine if that V was right over here. And that number 1, well, I'm going to show you a number 1. He was 0 on this side. The 0, I can lie on him, but as number 1, he's number 1, right? And this is the V, right? So what if I just make it a roof and we live inside the teepee? We live inside the teepee. But within, if I can say it for myself, I can say it for the planet. Maybe we're just some kind of like that. I mean, the round, obviously, you know what the round is. In order to have the V, which is the center of the round. The U, the V is the center of the U. So when it's a W, there's 2 V's in between. French say W, and the English say W. 2 V's. When there's a bottom outside V, there's a top inside V. Here's the V at the top, it's a top hat. And here's the inside V. Inside the house. Inside. In, nigh. By 2 houses of 2 streets. See, the left side and the right side. I'm walking to you. We walk together. Boom. Join hands. Heads. Hens. Now we live inside the house. You see the D's inside my shoulders, right? Those 2 open spaces. My head is number 1, right? If you put it together, you see what it looks like put together? It's like a duck's beak. Quack, 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 quack. Anyways, I'm not going to joke around like that. That'd be silly of me, right? What did I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, the vaccines. That's right. The vaccines, obligations to give these vaccines, obligations. The study is, reality sets in that if you do the reality study, the study shows nothing has ever helped. The only reason we need newality is not only because we get used to it, but how can we discover? How do we discover? We take and we weld and we make and we break cars, right? We throw the scrap metal out, we build again, and finally, a new Honda Civic shows up at the market. Whoa, it's beautiful, it's this, it's that, but wait a second. Did you feel the bumper? Nice bumper. That bumper just came out of a science lab in where they mixed certain things to make it move a little bit more. But that science caused an infection or a lesion to something, and it was poisonous to this one human being. They infected something else through their science. Then they were working for a new medication, and by making a certain medication for something or a vaccine, they caused the bacteria which enhanced the action of the vaccine, and now of the virus, and now it's everywhere. But wait a second, 6 weeks later we got a vaccine. Took 28 years to figure out if they can give the Seroquel or not. Now they went from 4 to 8 to 12 to 16 because they think they could. They saw somebody. Look, he made it on 1500. I was on 1500. I made it. You're damn right I made it. I made it to the other side. What you think you know based on whose judgment? When a patient walks into a doctor's office, does the doctor know more than the patient? The doctor is supposed to say to the patient or ask the patient, how do you feel? Well, doc, tell you the truth, I'm not feeling too good. What do you see, doc? What do you think? Well, patient, do you feel these symptoms in your mind? What's going on? I go, yeah, doc, you know what? I do. I feel like I'm being abused, and pushed around, and I don't know how to get rid of it from my heart. And it sinks in and hurts me so bad, that's all I think of. Until we no longer have a life and everything that surrounds us is now being taken away. It's like taking candy away from the baby. It works on the mind. You once had money. You have the same amount of money, but all of a sudden everything costs more. Now you can't pay for it. They take it away from you just so they can take their money and invest it in the stock market. So the stock market is worth 600 times, 6,000 times more than it actually is for the cost of these businesses, only for the money to float and somebody to get 2% while everybody else is starving in the circus. So if they removed all this money from the stock market, nobody would be any poorer. Everybody would think they were richer because they just have more to invest, but they never have it because they have everything already. And the little bit of interest of what they do spend is all enough for them. All they do is just keep building it up. And the others just throw it away. But the ones that throw it away make other people live and earn a living. So it has to be done up to a certain point, but no further. But how much garbage do we have to make? Do we need 3 of everything every 3 years? If we respected the money line, we wouldn't fall into this trap. But now that we are in this trap, and obviously before somebody started to give out real cash and loans, they should have taught every human being exactly what it means. Instead of promising them a brand new car, step right up, Mary Jane, you're up for a brand new car. Hey, Bob, am I it? IT, 29, 29, 58, IT, 1, 4, and 5, 4 and 1 is 5. IT, the IT system. The IT system, the roof, the T, the line out here, the point up here shows the roof between two sides. Roof, dog. Dog bone number 1, right? Dog bone number 1, we did that in my last video. I think I threw that paper out. We all saw, you saw number 9, right? I curved that over number 9, right? But see the way I curved that one over number 9? Why did I do this? Because I had to come back to that side. See, this point will come under here. See, it finishes here on the box of the 9. Show me a 6, I'll show you a 5. I'll show you a 7 on the outside. 765. 3 is in the center over here. Here's the 9 lives of the cat. 6 and 5. 1 half and the other half. Top left, bottom right. Which illusion? EDP and L. Mary Mangalin, Mary Mars, divided because of the Y. Mangel Leggins. Mangel Leggins reminds me of Baggins, and Baggins is ring GAB, which is 217. 1 and 7. 1 and 7 is 1 is a 1 dot to 8 that is a round, and 7 is to a 2 dot with 7 arounds. 1 and 7. 7 and 2, 7 blank spaces. If you told me 7, 11, if you said 11, I'd say 1 and 1 was 2. 11. There would be 2 dice now. 1 dice here, and there'd be another dice over here because of the 7th gate. Blank, 4 and 4, 45 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals 45. 8 and 6, 7 and 5, 6 and 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 2 6s. Black spots, blank spots, and polar spots. 1 polar to 6, 2 polar to 5, 3 polar to 7, 7, 7. 30 by 4 is 120. Add up 1 to 15. Passing through the pipe hole into Mars. 1 and 5. Between the pliables, when you ply them, right? You ply them, you take all the number ones, because number 1 is a linear area, right? And it's a very thin area, and you line them up this way. 1 starts over here, and you lock it up, and then there's 2, 3, 4, which is an empty space, and then you connect up to 5 again, between 1 and 5. The sheet that divides 1, 5, and 9. 1, 5, and 9, and then the sheet angle that is created through 3 and 5. I'm talking area space on the face of your phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When we add this all up, it equals to 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equals 36, and 6 equals to 42. I always thought it was going to be 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 blank, 7 blank, 8 blank, 21, 15. The letter O, the letter U. It says where. It says polar. It says where. O and U, 24. They both get a 6. This one gets 5 and 4, 9. This one gets 7 and 8, 15. The low and the high end pull. G and H. D, D high. D and E equals 9. High O. D high O. Ohio. Ohio. D-I-O. Angle is up. Ohio. 7, 8, and 6 are all the same. The only difference between 6, 7, and 8 is the moon connection, which is relevant. Inside of 7, there is 1. Inside of 8, there are 2. But the 7th one is inside of 8, and 6 plays in both 7 and 8. 6 is also its own when it plays in the cube within its own mind. 1 and 6. Black dot to blank space 3. 1 and 3. 8 blank, 6 blank, 14. This is the round the cube, 14. 4 numbers around the cube, 7 up and 14 around, 21. 6 and 6, we won't count them twice. This is 38 all the way up to here. 36, 42. Unless we minus it because it's 2 worlds, or divide this in half. 42 becomes 21 each. Doubling up of one of the numbers. 6, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, 4. 0, 1 equals 7. 0, 2 equals 8. 0, 3 becomes the 9. This now becomes 7, 8, 9. Over here. Why am I switching it? Because I have 0. I need to put it onto the other side of 5. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 is 6. Another 6. I need to put it onto the other side. I'll use any excuse right now. I got to put together another story, make up a story for me, but that's my reality. I've been working on that lately, where I move 0, 1 to another 7. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to put 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, A, B, C. There is no other A, B, C, okay? When you play the game of the 7th gate, there is no other A, B, C. It takes, this is the bone, okay? This is the 2, and this is the 1. Here's the 2 dots, here and here, and here is the 1. This is your dog bone, okay? The dog comes for his bone right over here. This is number 1. Number 1 connects together 1 and 1, and you get the passage. You're now in the system. You have number 1. See number 1? Between 2. Here, if you want to look at it, 2. See the area space, 2 on the outside, 1 in the center showing the center. This stand shows the center, and this world stands up. This shows the center of this world. You see, when you hold up a globe or a trophy, this is the way you hold it up. Is that correct? And then it's B and B if you want to look at it that way. But what we have to do to this, okay, we can also call it H and I, because now we're on the inside of the circle. On the inside of the circle, the I connects the I, the H is the separation. Here's your nose, here's your forehead, okay? two sides. And there's a picture we can draw from this. I'm not sure which picture I don't have anything in mind right now. I don't have anything in mind. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what we can do. Because we have to make it a little bit different in the back. Whoop. I would have to go, I would have to do this. Because then what I would want to do is I'd want to reconnect the front with the back. So this is actually this. And we're just transporting whatever these bones are, these dog bones are. Anyways, this becomes 70, this becomes 80, this becomes 90. Why did I change it around? Because I put one on the other side. I put one on the other side. How can I explain? I put one on the other side. When you add 06, 06 is actually 15. It's not. It's 15. It's actually, this 01 should actually be 151. And this 02 should actually be 152. And this 03 should actually be 153. Or 18, 17, and 16. 16, 17, and 18. These three over here. But this one, sweet 16, gets automatically moved inside the 3 because 1 moves inside 2. 1 moves inside 2. Instead of going this way with the pipe and this way with the pipe, they've now blocked it with this one over here. This is going to design a number, okay? This is like the Red Cross. It seems like this one has been blocked. This is something inside of us. The reason it gets switched because the 15th letter, where's my logic in this? The 15th letter is the O letter. So ever since the beginning, I use it for different things. I use it as 10, okay? But I use it as 10 with another number. I use 0 with 1. I can use 0 alone as 15, but if I use 0 with 1, it becomes 151. So that's why I use it. I use it different ways. 5 times 3 is 15. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 3, 6, 9. So we now have 17 equals 9 equals 8 equals 7. 9, 8, 7. 9, 8, 7. We don't need to play with 7, 1. We need to play with 7. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is now 5 and 6. Anyway, so instead of doing it this way, I just make, instead of 0, 1, instead of calling it 151, 1 and 5 is 6. And I just go ahead and say 61. 0, 15 equals 6. And I go 62. And then here I go 63, which is 7, 8, and 9. You can also multiply 3 by 6 is 18 plus 9. 3 by 6, 3 plus 6 equals to 18 equals to 0, 9 equals to 27. Plus 60 equals to 87. 8 and 7. 8 and 7 are 1 and 5. You can keep them together and just take the two values that it goes with, understanding 1 and 2 is now a value of 8 and 7. Inside 3 and 6. What is 3 and 6? 3 and 6 is inside the 3 cube, right? Inside the 3 cube, there are 6 empty spaces. But inside the 6 cube, there are 3 empty spaces. This is what they pay when you go to the casino, right? And you roll the dice. They don't say, okay, 3 empty spaces, right? But they do that in Pai Poker. So you got 87. At the same time, 6 and 9, 18, right? But 6 and 9 becomes 69. 6 plus 9 equals 15. I must bring it down to the bottom level, to the level where we only have pairs. This is the letter O. This is the letter R. It says gold. 36 is gold. 3 by 6 equals 18 equals 9 equals 27. 3 plus 6 plus 27 equals to 36. Oh, I got that. And equals to 45. What we're going to do now is we're going to take 69 and bring it to 15. Because how did we cause this to happen? We caused it with this one here. This one is already here is 18. This one is 69. We bring O into the house of I and R. We bring O into the house of I and R. This also has a representation of the orange fox. This says tenor. It also says 115, which says K E Y. Why K-E-Y? Because the 11 over here becomes 1 and 1 is 2. 5 becomes 5. The 25th letter is Y. The 5th letter is E. The 11th letter is K. It says the key. The 10th R, 180 degrees. R is the 18th letter. It is also the 9th letter. It is also 90 degrees. It's two angles, 270, 276, 282. The cycle of the moon runs in R. Cycle of the moon runs in R. 28 of 2. 28 of 2. Not of 1, because then it runs in U. It's of 2. It surrounds you. You are the bone that connects the rest of the whichever cycle you want to look at. It runs out of you. We're the spring system. We're like kangaroos. We're definitely like kangaroos. Because we take in everything that we can know more. It's coming in, it's going out. We have bodily pains of every energy that's inside of us. We feed ourselves right down to the ground, to the sleep, to the air we breathe, to the amount of time we are awake and asleep, to the body we live in, of the foil and anyways, 10R at the same time is also 115R. And it is also 16R. And 16, everybody knows, is the light. 16 becomes PR, it becomes 34, it becomes DC. DC, SDC, SDCL, G. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 12. 12th letter is L. Third and fourth letter is CD, DCL, D cell, and the D cells, G cells. This is what happens to 3 and 4 creating DC. And we must know that in the last 9 that we added on, this is the 9 that creates the IT system. The IT system is the high system. I, T, the 09th letter inside a roi. The 20th letter. But the 20th letter, okay, that comes from the creation of 26. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals 8 and 12, 20 T. Remember, we did 3 times 6 to create everything. Now it's 2 times 6. Where do we get the 3? We get it out of 1 and 2. So now we're removing the 2 and showing you the difference. What happens when 2 comes out? We create 20. Here we created 36. The difference is 16 R and P, 18. 16 and 18. 160 degrees, 160 degrees is 320. 180, 180, 360. The difference is 40. That's the difference, 2020. It's all about 2020. 2468, 20. 1379, 20. 2 angles. Anyways, it's more than that. So these are G cells, D cells. It could be closed gates. CLOS. ED, closed gate. 34 closed gate. Anyways, this becomes 26. 26 to 36 is now 10 inside R. Anyways, what I wanted to do is I want to multiply 16 times 18. 18 times 18 is 324. 324 minus 36. It could be 288. I'd like to see that, because if it is 288, that's the answer. 8, 48, and 60 is 108. 108 plus the add 3 to this. Sorry, the top floor of the Twin Towers. Everything works by 3s, right? The floor equals 3. So the top floor of the Twin Tower, 111, 6 by 48. 0, 8, 1, 288. Multiply that by 1.25 and you have 360 degrees. Because 6 and 9 equals 15, O comes into the I family, and O is made up of the first letter and the 5th letter, which is A and E. AR and ER in both worlds. Electronic angel, or equaling to the gold.
in this world. Gold, a pliable product. So we understood how we went from 0, 1 to 61. We understood that 15 was the value of 0, so replace the 0 with the number 15. 15 and 1 add up. 1 to 15. 1 to 15 adds up to 120, which is 15 balls in pull equals to 120, becomes 126. 0 equals 6. 126, which is the cube 21. 12 or 21 is L and U, means to read. 6 is the reading on the donut, which is the circle. The reader. 151 is also 74 and 77. The two names that go with the big time in this world is Jesus Christ. 47 times 33, 1551. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 5 and 6. 5 and 6 equals 1 and 1, 2. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 5 and 6, 11. 5 times 6, 5 plus 6. Excuse me, just leave it there. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, which is the greatest. The next two numbers, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 5 and 6, the same thing, 11. So 2 and 3, 5, and 1 and 5, 6, both add up to 11, 11. 5 and 6 is the letter E and F. It is created from number 1. Number 1 is playing from the 5 position. All we need is number 6. Right? 5 and 6, where can I mark that? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 6 equals to 5. This is your 11. This will also equal to 30. 30 gets 41 plus 6, okay? Or here would be 36. This 36 from 2 and 3 is now installed from over here, 36, understanding that this is half and this is a quarter. That's why it's 0, 9, it's a quarter. It's in between here, between 1 and 5, 6 and 10, 11 and 15, 16 and 20, 1 quarter, 1 quarter. 1 and 5, right? 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20. Maybe that's why it's a sweet 16, because this is 6, this is 16, this is 26, and this is 36. 0, 6, this one will end up saying 3, this one will end up saying 9, and then this one over here will end up jumping over here. 1 to 5 will end up jumping over here. When you get 1 to 5, you can work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is everything. This one over here. The 5 and 6 is made up, right? The 5 and 6 is made up from 1. The 1 is in the 5 position right over here. See the hat? Right over here. See, it's divided between here. Once you put the diamond in, I've divided 2 between the corner and between here. What is this? Well, if you were on Rubik's Cube, this corner, you can see 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors, 2, 2, 2, 2, looking from the face down. You have 2 colors, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 1 in the center, 21. To the one face. 21 to the one face. How many cubes? 1 cube, 2 cubes, 3 cubes, 4 cubes, 5, 6, 7, 8 cubes. 8 cubes, 8 cubes, 8 cubes, 21, 21 color of 6 colors of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 8, it'd be 9 cubes plus 1 cube, 8 plus 1 cube, that's the center cube. The center cube has 1 color. The other ones have 20, 20, 21 blackjack. So how would you have blackjack? How would you put up blackjack on here? Anyways, those are your numbers from the cubes. It's 8 and 1. There are 6 total colors. There are 21 total corner colors that you can call. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. But if you started here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15, 18, this is 20, right? What if you started here? 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 17. Here would be 17, and here would be 18. You remember I started here, and then I started here. 1 is 17, 1 is 18, 21 is the max. Blackjack, that's the reason for blackjack and counting cards in 5 and 6s. 3 colors, 2 colors. Check this out. You start here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have an 8 here. You'll have an 8 here is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you have an 8 here and an 8 here, 16. And in between, 18. So you start at sweet 16, 18. Boom, you have to stop. You have another 2 and 1, 19, 20, 21. Or you start it over here, 2, 4, 5. If you have 5 here, you have 16 on the outside. 5 and 16 is E and P, P and E, the letter P and E. So how can we bring that into our own reality? What can we do? Can I design a letter through it? Anyways, we come over here, we end up with this. Now this, when I add on the next number, I won't do it again because it's on the right side. It's on the penniless side. This becomes 76. This becomes 13. This becomes 4. It stays on 13. This becomes 14. This becomes 5. This becomes 14. 13, 14, 15. If we were playing pool by the 7th gate, we would have to be at 13, 14, and 15. And the reason for that is because 7 and 7 is 14 and 1 is 15 at the 7th gate of the pool game. That's why we need to use certain numbers. This number would be reversed. This number would come from the alphabet. This number would be talking about itself. 6 and 3. 3 empty spaces to 6 spaces. This is the polar to 1, and this is the white and black, 6 white and black, or a pole. So these are all the things that I do. And anyways, this video is quite long. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.